Morning, my name is Will Stewart. I'm General Manager here at Farmers West Flowers and Bouquets. We're located in sunny Carpinteria on the central coast of California. And we're a grower and shipper of fresh cut flowers. We grow core crops, approximately 15 core crops a year and 20 seasonal crops a year. And we are very proud of our sustainable agricultural practices that we have worked on here at the farm, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Right now we're standing in one of our retractable roof greenhouses, and as you'll see from the video, what that means is that the roof can open completely and let in as much sunlight as we need for that day, and then in the evening time, if it's cold, we can close the roof up to secure it, to keep it nice and warm in here. Also, you can see a green shade cloth that is also used for shading. When the sun intensity is too high for some of the crops, we can bring the green shade cloth across, and that way we're still getting a good light, but then the intensity is minimized a little bit so we don't get any crop burning. We are Veriflow certified at our nursery here, and what that means is we have a certification that shows we are environmentally responsible, and we have a very good social responsibility with our employees, and we also work very hard on product quality to ensure that the end consumer is receiving a very good product from us. So one of our methods that we use, one of the sustainable practices that we use, is the means of steaming. And as you can see, we have a steam blanket that's covering these boxes. And what we do is we pump hot steam underneath that blanket, and it basically cooks the soil underneath the blanket. We do that for about 2 to 2.5 hours. And what that does is it kills all the pathogens in the soil, so that the new crop coming through, we can plant directly into the soil and have no problems with that. Here's another example of our recycle program that we've been doing. All our bulbs come from Holland in these black crates, and over the years we've accumulated hundreds, probably thousands of them, and so now we've found a source that will buy these back, and then they use them to make milk bottles and plastic bottles and so forth. So we're crushing them in the crusher here, and basically palletizing them. And if you swing around slowly, you'll see the big pallets of them. And these get shipped basically overseas, back to markets where, like I say, they recycle them, and so it's been a very good, good way of us cleaning up our farm. Here we are in one of our coolers that we have on the farm. This cooler is at approximately 2 degrees Celsius, and the main issue with cooling is with regards to product quality. The minute you cut the flower, it starts to die. So the sooner you can get it into a cold environment, you can maintain it and keep it alive so that the customer can enjoy it a lot longer. We use post-harvest treatments for all our flowers. Then when the flowers are shipped out, we use temp tail recorders, and these are used to record the temperature on the trip, so that at any time during that trip we can reference back and see what the temperature was if there was a problem, for instance. We also have infrared guns that we use when the trucks come in. We shoot the guns into the truck and record the temperatures inside the trucks. If the trucks are not at the correct temperature, we do not go. So a lot of issues that are very important to keep that flower alive for the customers. So we moved from our location where we're growing lilies and our field crops, and we've moved to one of our greenhouses where we grow gerbers. And these are grown inside a greenhouse. Once again, you have your shade curtain above and windows that open and close, etc., to maintain a certain environment in here. But at the same time, for sustainable practices, we use a product that we now import from Sri Lanka, which is a waste product in Sri Lanka, and that is coconut husks. So they grow a lot of coconuts over there for the coconut oil, and the husk from the outside was a waste product until somebody decided and designed the soil now, and they grind it up, and we use it as a growing medium for our Gerber plants. So basically, it really holds the moisture very well, and so that's why it's a very good growing medium. It does not give any nutrients to the plants, but that's okay. We just want it to be able to, the plants to be able to secure themselves in the pot. All the nutrients are given through this little black tube here, and that is, of course, a very good way of minimizing water use. It's getting exactly what it needs when it needs, and we're not wasting water by using overhead irrigation, etc., and getting a lot of runoff. Actually, what happens is the plant is watered, and the water runs through the pot, and of course the plant uses what it needs, but then the excess water runs into this trough here, and this trough then catches the water in a tank that we have at this facility. That water still contains fertilizer, so what we do is we take that water and we move it to different locations, the field being one example, where we actually then use it on our lily crops and gain the fertilizer that's in that water there. So maintaining a good sustainable practice and not wasting any water. Another practice, of course, is these plants have to be cleaned on a regular basis to keep them generating new flowers. And so we collect a lot of the lower leaves. We pull those off, and we collect them and use them for compost. So this, once again, all this product is collected. It is shipped to a compost facility we have on our farm and made into compost and returned back onto the fields for use. This helps to break up the core structure of the soil, lets water in, lets air in, and so maintains a much better environment for the crops to grow in. We also release beneficial insects in our greenhouse here, and what they're doing is they're flying in this crop here, or crawling, depending what type of insect, crawling throughout the plants, looking for invasive pests, bad pests. And when they find them, a lot of times they'll attack them, either eat them or lay their eggs in them, and so that their next generation will be able to survive and grow up. And on these Gerbers right here, you can see the diglyphus. Of course, you won't be able to see them on the camera because they're so small, but they're little tiny wasps. They're actually on top of this plant that are flying around looking for insects to lay their eggs on. So another way, this is what we do, and what this helps to do is to reduce chemical applications by spraying, so we're able to maintain a good environment and a healthier crop. Well, we're standing in one of our dahlia fields that we grow during the summer here in California, and we'd like to leave you on this note, just with the fields in the background and our huge packing shed, and of course the mountains in the distance there. And thank you for joining us. We really appreciated you listening to us and looking at the ways we are trying to grow our crops in a more sustainable manner. One thing I'd like to remind you about, though, is of course whenever you're out in the grocery stores or out and about, please look for California grown flowers. They are the best and best quality in America here, so please go ahead and buy some and take them home. And we thank you very much.